on the Westwood One Radio Network. Week 5 ended in an AFC West shootout in Kansas City. The Chiefs coming back to beat the Raiders 30-29. The Raiders having a chance to tie it late, but opted to go for the go-ahead 2-point conversion and failed. Kansas City moves to 4-1 on the year. Las Vegas falls to 1-4. Patrick Mahomes throwing for 4 touchdowns, all to Travis Kelce. Derek Carr adding 2 touchdown passes, both to Devontae Adams. Josh Jacobs had 154 rushing yards and a score. The Panthers fired head coach Matt Rule after 1-4 start to the season. Carolina going 11-27 in 2+ seasons under Rule. Defensive coordinator Phil Snow and assistant special teams coach Ed Foley were also fired. Panthers defensive passing game coordinator / secondary coach Steve Wilkes is the interim coach. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Be game day ready all season long at NFLShop.com. NFL Shop is your #1 source for the top selection of officially licensed NFL gear. Head over to NFLShop.com today to browse styles from your favorite team and all the players you love. NFL Shop is your ultimate destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your team pride to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
We've got the best oldies on the radio. That would be Gene and me. We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXOL Central, California. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
It's a Tuesday, 11th day of October, 2022. Are you keeping score?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like your intro this morning.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Well, it kind of fits,
it's
doesn't
a keeper.
It? Yeah. Anyway, the weather has been cooperating, right?
Boy, it has.
Okay.
And how?
And we'll give you an idea what to expect weather-wise when we get to that point in page 2 of the local news. I can already feel a little bit of it. We're going to get just a bit of a change as the week goes on. So
this is a prediction or
it's
forecast?
Just giving you an update and, more of a heads up, okay?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Watch out.
Yeah. We've got Friday night football coming up and 2 big games. Imperial and Brawley will tee it up in Imperial. Mickey Dale, George Grahava on hand for that game. And a big Imperial Valley League matchup. So that will be Friday night. And it'll be live on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. John Driffle and I, we will be in Calexico, the Southwest Eagles, the Calexico Bulldogs, in an Imperial Valley League game with ramifications. We'll be on AM 1230 and also live on the KXO YouTube channel.
Well, there's a lot of activity this coming weekend. Don't say there's nothing to do.
And, I think people are ready. Let's see, there's a beer fest, there's a Boys and Girls Club auction, there's Rocktober. I mean, there's, Market Day? I mean, it is just, the La Gente Car Show. Everything you missed in the last 2.5, 3 years, it's happening now.
It's coming back.
Yeah, and that's good.
Well, it's going to happen.
Yeah, you knew it would happen eventually.
Yep.
Just weren't sure when.
No, it's things are looking good.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, we've got some birthdays. Are you ready for that?
Let's have those birthdays.
Okay, let me find the Big Shot birthdays here.
It's on the big board.
Yes.
Big Shot.
Yeah, big print. Okay, singer Daryl Hall of Hall and Oates. I used to think it was Halling Oates. like in a big truckload of oats. Daryl Hall, John Oates. Daryl is 76 today.
Daryl, you don't look that old at all.
No. Actor Caitlin Adams is 72. Andrew Woolfolk of Earth, Wind, and Fire is 72. Actor David Morse, 69. Actor Stefan Spinella is 66. Actor Joan Cusack is 60. Actor, writer Michael J. Nelson, he's the guy on Mystery Science Theater 3000. If you have not watched it, it's worth it. He's 58. Actor Sean Patrick Flannery, 57. Actor Lenny James, 57. Actor Artie Lang, 55. Actor Jane Krakowski is 54. Actor Andrea Navedo is 53. Actor Constance Zimmer is 52. Actor Emily Deschanel is 46. Actor Trevor Donovan, 44. Michelle Trachtenberg is 37. Okay, we got local birthdays coming up. Stick around.
This is George Marquez. I am running for district attorney. I was raised in the Imperial Valley, and I am currently raising my own family here. I am the experienced candidate, and I have worked both as a prosecutor and defense. I know how both sides think. I am the candidate with a solid law enforcement backing. I will be aggressive in prosecuting serious, violent, and repeat offenders, and I will implement crime prevention strategies. I will use my experience to protect our families. Please vote for me, George Marquez. Paid for by the committee to elect George Marquez for district attorney 2022.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Joe Rosales, Lisa Barrazas, Juan Torres, Flor Gonzalez, Ellen Castaneda, Joanne Holder, and Lorena Holder. Also, Betty Castaneda, Lupe Cortez, Hollis Spence, Brian Avalar, Joe Moreno, Ananice Torres, Kinsey Montgomery, Sharon Swartha, Gloria Cordero, Ana Gradius, Tony Hernandez, John Moreno, Alejandra Velasquez, Steve Christensen, and Alessandra Alvarado. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. In the news, you may have missed this, Gene, but a new law in the state of California.
I don't know whether we can handle anymore. But...
Yeah. Well, the new law allows you to legally jaywalk. Or as here in California, as we call it, crossing the street.
To get to the other side, yeah.
What, you wonder what's behind that, you know?
Well, don't wonder. There's nothing behind that.
Yes. Okay, you can legally jaywalk now. Probably sponsored by the Trial Lawyers Association. It opens up the gate for more lawsuits, right?
Yeah, I think they call it the Self-Employment Act.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, boy. It just kind of, sometimes just kind of shake my head and wonder. Okay. We've got news and some good stuff. You ready?
I'm certainly ready.
Okay. Ready for the good stuff. It's World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales you call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News Brief. The UN's Human Rights Commission warns Russia
intentionally directing attacks against civilians and civilian objects amount to a war crime.
Moscow has rained missiles at civilian buildings and infrastructure in a second day of ferocity. In Los Angeles, more fallout from that leaked tape. CBS's Steve Futterman has more.
The tape has shaken up LA city government. 3 council members making disparaging racist remarks about the young black adopted son of a white council member. Nuri Martinez has resigned her position as city council president, but not her council seat.
And neither have her 2 colleagues. In Texas, Uvalde's school superintendent isn't going anywhere either anytime soon anyway. CBS's Dan Lieberman has that.
Hal Harrell and other officials have faced heavy criticism in the wake of the Robb Elementary School shooting last May, where a gunman killed 19 students and 2 teachers. In a Facebook post, he said he'll remain in office through the end of the school year.
CBS News Brief, I'm Vicki Barker.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news after she was heard making racist remarks in a leaked recording. LA City Council President Nuri Martinez resigns as council president, but not from her council seat. Councilman Curran Price and she and two other council members caught using similar language need to resign.
The conduct of my colleagues is just totally disrespectful, totally uncalled for, and we're calling for their resignation.
Comments coming during a private meeting involving Martinez and council members Kevin De Leon and Gil Cedillo. She's heard making disparaging remarks about the adopted black son of Councilman Mike Bonnet, who was white. 7 people hurt when a truck crashes through the front window of a Stater Brothers store in Rialto. An apparent accident, says Rialto Police Corporal Nick Parcher.
It seems that she was attempting to park here in a handicap stall, did not place the vehicle in park, may have allowed the vehicle to start rolling forward and then maybe panicked and at some point pushed on the gas.
2 people seriously hurt, 5 others with minor injuries. Slightly cooler temperatures in much of the state, but continued dry. Jeff Scott, California News.
Napa.
And World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
Know-how. Sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. The theft of catalytic converters from cars is on the rise. Luckily, many states are devising a simple plan to help decrease the number of thefts. In Colorado, for example, AAA is offering stickers with QR codes and VIN numbers that you can apply to your converter, making them easily traceable for law enforcement. With nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go.
This is Loyalty Lab Interview 6. Subject, grandmother's loyalty. Margie, what do you do when your grandson misbehaves?
Angels don't misbehave.
Here we study the most loyal, like you and... Oh, there goes the lamp.
Shouldn't have put it there.
Shell and the Fuel Rewards program has our members' backs, too. It's super easy to save on every gallon. Loyal, just like how you acted like that wasn't his fault.
Someone should clean that up before he gets hurt.
Yes, loyal, just like that.
10 years of FR.com. Terms and conditions apply.
And it's page 1 of the local news, page 1 of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations to serve you in the Valley, in the Imperial Valley Mall, at the Brawley Auto Center, and at El Centro Motors. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, El Centro police are investigating an early morning shooting that resulted in the death of a man. At about 12:45 a.m. Monday, officers responded to the 2300 block of South 4th Street regarding a report of gunshots. On arrival, officers located a man with a gunshot. Officers and paramedics treated the wounded man at the scene. He was then transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center, where he later died from his wounds. Police described the suspects in the shooting as adult males who left the scene on foot. No weapon was recovered. The identity of the victim has not been released. The shooting remains under investigation. County Board of Supervisors, it's Tuesday, and that means they meet. George Gale filed the story.
They begin their meeting by proclaiming October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. They will also present to the winners of the Public Service Announcement Team Competition Challenge. The action agenda begins with the introduction of U.S. Magistrate Judge Lupe Rodriguez Jr. as presented by U.S. District Judge Ruth Bermudez Montenegro. The County Public Health will conduct a presentation on COVID-19 and monkeypox. There will be a federal legislative update. Rodolfo Aguayo, Director of Human Resources and Risk Management, will have several items on the agenda, as will County Executive Officer Miguel Figueroa. there will be also a public hearing to adopt a resolution establishing the 2022-2023 unit fee assessment for Niland County Service Area Number 1 for $14. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the 2022 El Centro State of the City address will be this Thursday evening at the brand new El Centro Library. Mayor Tomas Oliva will report on the city's progress in the past year, as well as look ahead to the new council year. The State of the City address will begin at 6 p.m. this Thursday evening and will be available live on KXO YouTube. KXO news time is 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Continuing with more local news, the IID board meets today. Here's more on that story.
The meeting today will be held in La Quinta. Some of or all board members may attend the meeting via teleconference. The meeting begins at 1 p.m. with the presentation of a service awards for 5 IID employees. On the action agenda, the board will consider the City of El Centro request as it pertains to the extension of Imperial Avenue. Following the regular agenda, the board of directors will hold a budget workshop. They will hear a presentation for the proposed 2023 budget by the Energy Water Support Service Department managers. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's Ford Truck Month, San Diego. Get after it in the 2022 Ford F-150 and take on the weekend with an available tailgate work surface to get the party started and available Pro Power on board to keep it going strong. It's Ford Truck Month at your San Diego County Ford dealers, and there's no better time to get exclusive offers on a Ford F-150. New inventory is arriving daily, and the lots are filling up, so head to your San Diego County Ford dealers today. Now during Ford Truck Month, get 1.9% Ford credit financing for 60 months on a 2022 Ford F-150. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Learn more at buyfordnow.com. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 1.9% APR financing for 60 months at $1,748 per month per $1,000 financed regardless of down payment. Not available on Raptor, Tremor, and Lightning. Residency restrictions apply. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/3/2023. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
Continuing with more local news, the Farm Bureau held their major fundraising event last week. George Gale explains.
It was their annual dinner. It was held late last week in Brawley. The theme was a celebration of agriculture. The event was preceded by a major dust storm. Fortunately, the storm calmed down before the 6 p.m. start of the event. Steak dinner was highlighted by their annual ceremony. 2022 Betty Young Memorial Friends of the Farmers Award went to Imperial Irrigation District Board President Jim Hanks. 17th annual Jim Kuhn Memorial Farmer of the Year Award went to Tom Brundy of Tom's Hay Farm. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Caltrans is working on Highway 78. Here's more on that story. The work began on...
underway.
Go ahead.
It is underway. The election is November 8th. Registered voters do not need to wait until Election Day, however. Vote-by-mail ballots were sent out Monday. Registrar of Voters Lindsay Gale says several early voting days are being scheduled as well. A registrar told the Board of Supervisors recently the system had been tested and they were ready to go. Vote-by-mail ballots can be returned at any time, including on Election Day. Ballots will be counted at the closing of the polls on November 8th. Election laws allow 30 days for the ballots to be officially counted. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Caltrans is working on Highway 78. The work began on Monday morning. It is expected to last through Friday. The work is between near Glamis and Gecko Road, and that work will be from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. The eastbound and westbound highway traffic will be switched to a single open lane with highway worker flaggers using one-way traffic control. A pilot vehicle is escorting a motorist one direction at a time on the open lane. Caltrans says both lanes will never be closed at the same time. Crews are performing road maintenance. Well, the 5th annual Beer Fest is just around the corner. It will be held at Imperial Valley Desert Museum on October the 15th. The museum is located at 11 Frontage Road in Ocotillo. The Beer Fest will run from 6 till 10 p.m. Admission is $35 for members, $40 for non-members at the door, and $20 for designated drivers. You can contact the museum for more information. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, the desert Southwest will see overall dry conditions and warmer temperatures through the rest of the work week as high pressure settles over the region. For Thursday and Friday, high temperatures over the Imperial and Yuma valleys will reach into the mid to upper 90s. For the coming weekend, an area of low pressure is expected to bring a return of shower and storm chances, while temperatures turn a bit cooler. 97 the high yesterday, 70 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 96. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 73. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 96. Light wind becoming southwest about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. 75 degrees downtown, 53% relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Can we talk? Better yet, let me talk. You listen and pay attention because I'm going to tell you about the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. The Peanut Patch, so many great things, such a great place to visit. Well, take a trip to Yuma and visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love their chocolates, so many of them homemade, right there at the Peanut Patch. Google the Peanut Patch, follow directions, and enjoy. What a great place to visit, the Peanut Patch. Great place to pick up gifts for your friends, too. Yeah, and they will ship almost anywhere in the universe. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Thank you for listening. And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball Division Playoff Series gets underway today, starting early with the Phillies and the Braves. That'll be followed by the Mariners and the Astros, Guardians and the Yankees, and the nightcap, the Padres and the Dodgers. Can the Padres break the grip that the Dodgers have held on them through the last couple of years? It was Monday Night Football, and Travis Kelce and the Chiefs came from 17 points down and beat the Raiders. It ended up 30-29. Mahomes to Kelce with 4 touchdowns.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And Raiders coach Josh McDaniels defended his decision to attempt a 2-point conversion rather than kick a game-tying extra point late in the fourth quarter, saying, hey, we were all in on that aggressive play call. Meanwhile, referee Carl Cheffers said he followed the roughing the passer rule when he penalized Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones late in the first half of the game last night. Seems as though Jeffers said Jones landed fully on top of Derek Carr, and that's against the rules. Meanwhile, in golf, the players who left to compete in the Saudi-funded Live Golf Series should be entitled to earn ranking points, according to past Masters champion Hideki Matsuyama said. Speaking at the Zozo Championship, Matsuyama called the ranking points question difficult and didn't offer any details, solutions, or clarifications. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
I'm Dr. Raul Ruiz, and I approve this message. I grew up in Coachella, where my first home was a trailer. My parents were farm workers, and they worked hard so we could have a better life. I wanted to serve the community, so I became a doctor, started free clinics to make sure families had health care, and mentored young people who also dreamed of serving their communities. I ran for Congress to stand up for families like yours here in the Imperial Valley.
As a doctor and a congressman, Raul Ruiz has always stayed true to the values he grew up with, dedicating himself to making life better for working families. He understands your hopes and dreams because he shares those same hopes and dreams. Economic opportunity, a decent place to live, and a better future for our children.
Whether fixing our immigration system or fighting for jobs, affordable health care, and housing, I would be honored to work for you.
Dr. Raul Ruiz, he's one of us.
Please remember to vote by November 8th, by mail or in person.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, the International Monetary Fund says the worst is yet to come. Yeah, the IMF has once again downgraded its forecast for the global economy with a sharp warning. The worst is yet to come, and for many people, 2023 will feel like a recession. The agency said today that it expects global growth to slump to 2.7% next year, with a 25% probability it could fall below 2%. That compares with projected growth of 3.2% this year. The figure for next year is 0.2 percentage point lower than the IMF's July outlook, as Russia's war in Ukraine, high inflation, and a slowdown in China dragged down the economy. And stocks weren't doing much yesterday morning, did take a bit of a turn lower in the afternoon, following comments from J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon, who warned that the United States is likely to enter a recession within the next 6 to 9 months. So what's shaking on Wall Street this morning? Mixed results. The Dow up 70 points at 29,270. S&P 500 down 21 at 3591. The NASDAQ off 105 points at 10,437. Gold up $2.50 an ounce. Oil down $1.46 a barrel, which means you're going to see an immediate drop at the pump, right? Isn't that the way it works? Yeah, if it goes up, you see the price go up immediately. If the price goes down, yeah, well, we'll get around to that. We've got a look at the weather coming up. Stick around.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 96. Southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 73. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 96. Light wind becoming southwest about 5 miles an hour in the afternoon. And we are up to 76 degrees downtown El Centro with that 48% relative humidity. And the wind right now out of the west-southwest 5 to 7 miles per hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News is coming your way. After that, we're back with more of the best oldies on the radio.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer. What I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu. Everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Russian video shows military recruits training at a shooting range as Moscow launches missile attacks on cities across Ukraine for the second day in a row. The death toll is up to at least 19. President Zelensky has just asked President Biden and other G7 leaders to help buy and deploy defense systems to create what he calls an air shield around Ukraine. Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg with an update from NATO.
We are closely monitoring Russia's nuclear forces. We have not seen any changes in Russia's posture, but we remain vigilant.
Here in the U.S., the Supreme Court has rejected an appeal from Charleston, South Carolina church shooter Dylan Roof, sentenced to death in the 2015 murders of 9 members of a black congregation. The Supreme Court has also declined to decide whether fetuses are entitled to constitutional rights after June's ruling overturning Roe v. Wade. The president of the L.A. City Council has given up her leadership position after leaked audio captured Nuri Martinez referring to the 10-year-old son of a fellow lawmaker as a little monkey. Correspondent Mark Strassman.
Even after she resigned her powerful post as council president, protesters outside Martinez's home and at city council demanded more. She should also resign her elected seat on LA City Council.
An embattled former NFL star running for Senate hopes to get a boost from 2 Republicans, Florida's Rick Scott and Tom Cotton of Arkansas, at a campaign stop outside Atlanta today. Correspondent Nicole Killian is there.
This is all about trying to shore up the candidacy of Herschel Walker in what is arguably one of the most pivotal Senate races to decide control of Congress.
Walker, who says he supports an abortion ban without exceptions, has been accused of paying for an ex-girlfriend's abortion. The U.S. is reevaluating its relationship with Saudi Arabia after OPEC's decision to cut oil production. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has the details.
Senate Foreign Relations Committee Chairman Bob Menendez has called for freezing all U.S.
cooperation with Saudi Arabia until it reassesses its position on Ukraine. The oil cartel's cuts in production could keep oil prices high, and that would help Russian President Vladimir Putin continue his war on Ukraine. President Biden is apparently willing to work with Congress on the issue. New research finds dogs can sniff out stress in human beings. A study from Queen's University in Belfast used 3 dogs. They were able to identify chemical odors people emit when they're stressed out. They picked up smell changes in human breath and sweat with high accuracy. Dow up 69. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and reduce friction and wear. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for just $33.99. Try Syntec today, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
A fraternity at the University of Miami has been shut down over allegations of disturbing behavior at an off-campus party.
Members of Sigma Phi Epsilon at the University of Miami are accused of chanting about raping women and what they would do to their corpses at a party on October 1st. Student editor of the school newspaper, Patrick McCaslin, broke the story.
It's sick and it's crazy that so many people are chanting it together.
The fraternity's national board revoked the local charter, forcing it to shut down. There are also allegations of spiked drinks at the party. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
An NFL player is apologizing for a rough shove last night. Raiders wide receiver Devontae Adams knocked down a production worker after the team's 30-29 loss to the Chiefs.
I bumped into him, kind of pushed him, and then he ended up on the ground, so I want to say sorry to him for that. That was just frustration mixed with him. He literally just running in front of me, and that was shouldn't have responded that way.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.